you ever mean it? How can they say that this is love when it goes like this? We'll get in your car and you'll leave to kiss me. We'll talk for hours and lie on the backseat. And then one random night when everything changes, you won't reply and we'll go back to strangers.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round 2 of the Invictus Racing League Mini Formula 2 Championship. My name is Björn de Boer. I'll be your commentator today and the rest of the season as we're loading into one shot. So we're getting ready here under the burning sun of Qatar, which is an absolute tire killer. So me personally, I'm quite excited how round 2 of this 4-round championship will turn out. Especially in these Formula 2 cars, of course, we do not know how the tire deck is, how the strategy is, the temps will fluctuate. And of course, do not forget we have 2 races, a sprint race and a feature race, which is of course standard in any Formula 2 weekend. As we will go to one shot quali now. The UI there. Let's go then. The lap started. Go on board with Snake, big lag spot there. Into turn 1. A lot of lag from the Snake there. Well, let's go on board with Sydney. In turn 4 and 5 we will go first this very technical track. It's a bit laggy all over the place. Sydney P1 for now. I hope this will get a fix soon. Quite annoying. Almost end of the lap here in sector 3. A few more turns to go then. Ah, it's a beautiful track, I must say. Oh, we just had the Formula 1 weekend as well. Absolutely beautiful track. And Sydney does go pole with a 134.1. Whoa, 1.1 seconds to P2. That is a performance and a half, to say the least. You don't see that very often. 1.1 seconds is absolute domination. So then Sydney on P1 in the Sport. Then comes Ruddo, Clipscary, Kent, Ashtube, Ostervan, Jack, Bruce, Louis, Mark, and Snake. All from Merck are disqualified. There's Kaza and Jovi as well. Let's hope this lag gets better. This would be a real shame. Well then, we're getting ready for the sprint race now. Can't wait to see how that goes. In this very technical track, the slowest corner is turn 1, which is still not at all a quick corner. I'm not sure where the pace is in that for the Formula 2 cars, but I'd say it's around 150 hours. Gotten the go sign from the admins. We should start a C8 timer soon. Top of our screens. Which I'm not seeing. I know why exactly. There it is. It's formation lap, of course. Did not see any timers. Okay, I don't know what this lag is. I think it is my game acting up. I do apologize for that. It seems like Massive Mars and Nitro have caused a collision with each other. Let's do put this on. Track map there. But the lag was fixed, but apparently not. Well, we can all just hope that gets fixed on its own. Quite unfortunate if it didn't, of course. Seems like it's still happening. I don't know if it is me or not. It seems like Bruce and Louis have also crashed into each other. Okay, this ain't quite out of hand. I do get an error in. I'm getting an error in OBS. Just quickly change some graphics. Maybe that'll help us. Yeah, can't even change the settings. Good game this is, isn't it? Now let's hope it's fixed for the start at least, and we can just hope. Action of turn 1, brake, Nitro attacked me, so we're both on the grid. Well, that is quite unfortunate. Of course, almost forgot to mention, it's how the F2 format works. It's qualifying, once you're qualified, then for sprint race, it's top 10 is reversed grid. That's why Jack is on pole position. Get a better angle to start then. We will not. Anyway, it's the 3rd of December 2024 and it's 5 lights and clutch out and go. Let's see who gets a better start. Jack gets a fine start. Bit of oversteer down on the start. We see enough cars wiggling around there. Jack still leading into turn 1. Ash Tubes having a look at the inside of turn 1. Jack will defend the outside. It's wheel to wheel into turn 2 now. Then wheel bang into turn 2. No fatal contact, of course. Jack still leads. Astrid then on the inside for the next turn and will take P1. Very well done by Astrid. Ostervan into P3. See Sydney dropping down places, Ruddo gaining clips. Also, it's a chaotic start there. Oh, contact at the back. And that is GOV, who's been spun round by someone. Oh, more contact. Big contact, that is Bruce. As well as Merck, who has lost massive time. It's a yellow flag in sector 1. It won't be a safety car as all the drivers are still driving. Austin also gaining position, won't change cameras. Please race direct as he goes down the inside. That is Louis. Oh, there we go. So Ashton leads then with 5 tenths. Another yellow, another yellow. Who is that? Who's that going slowly? I do not know. Louis in front of Ruddo. But they must have made a big mistake. He's already 7 tenths behind. Sydney is right behind. Reshka is very close at the start, which we'd love to see, especially in the Formula 2 cars, which do great battles. Sydney trailing Reshka here and goes alongside. We've got Ruddo into the pit. So is Keza. Well, probably damage changes. Anyway, Sydney into turn 1 has the inside line. Reshka will not give up easily, because he knows he'll have the inside line for turn 2 and stays into P4, very well defended from him. Have to switch a lot, of course. Split here into P3. Right behind Jack, who makes a mistake. Ooh, that will cost him dearly. He is from pole to P5 in 2 laps. Everything but an ideal start for him. With that mistake, I think it's oversteer out of turn 6. The slowest corner on the track, which is not turn 1. That was my mistake there. Right, before the race I saw some action. It's just Jockey down the outside of Massive Marshall. And Sydney forever chasing Reshka. Last round, this was also the case. If Reshka goes a little bit wide, must be cautious for some penalties. Some penalties could come his way if he's not cautious. That's what I have to say. Very well then. Ashton leading by 1.1 seconds to Clipskiri, Reshka, and Sydney right behind him. Sydney has a tow here down the main straight into turn 1. Merckx has the fastest lap. Down the inside, Sydney goes. It's a bit far stretch. Reshka leaves the space, has a better exit. It seems to be a more grip on the outside of turn 1 than the inside. So defending on the outside might be your best bet. Merckx gets past Louis there. Might be teammates letting each other go for a Constructors' Championship. Back to Sydney and Reshka then. Bit of a lock-up from Sydney there. And 4 tenths, still very, very close. Ostven past Nitro Jester, wheel by wheel. Behind him, Merck and Nitro Cash losing 2 positions in a matter of seconds. Merck recovered from that contact into P8 now, championship leader. Sydney is right on Reshka still. It's almost bomb drafting what we're seeing here. As he's desperate to get past, he's trying new lines, but it won't work out. He's just waiting for the DRS on the main straight to get past him once. And oh, Merck also right behind Ostven. Louis also right behind Nitrojas. It's very close here. Will stay on these two. Sydney gets easily passed on the straight. Got a Merck also flying past Ostven. Oh, Sydney. Ashtube must have made a mistake. Ashtube is down into P2. Clipskiri takes the lead of the sprint race. Oh, must have been a big mistake from Ashtube. He'll not be happy with himself after that, as he's just thrown away a 1 second lead. it wasn't too big of a mistake. It's only 1 second, but it will lose you P1. Oh, another car off. Another car off. That is Sydney having a moment. And all that work he's done to get past Reska is now disappeared as he's once again behind him. Oh! You don't see that very often. Oh my word, into turn 12. He sees a gap and he goes for it. Beautiful move from Sydney. For his P3, he's saying, I do not tolerate my own mistakes and I will get my position back. Beautiful overtake from him into P3, now 2.2 seconds to P2. Well, actually, have a look now. Back for, he wants to gain his lead back. With DRS on the main straight into turn 1, he is ahead. Before the apex, far before the breaking point, he regains Reska with DRS, gets past Sydney again. Sydney tries to attack back, but he's too far away. Snakeman right behind Jack. Bit of a traffic jam. Starting with Snake. Right behind him is Merc as well. He might participate in this. There's a contact with Snake and Jack. He spun Jack around. Most likely there's wing damage and there's still be by wheel. Just trying to see for damage. Snake's lost an M plate there. Looks like Jack's just been spun around. Might have some body damage, but unlikely. Big gainer from that is Merc into P5. Sydney and Reska still battling it out. It's taking a long time. You're just waiting each other for the DRS on the main straight, which also Clips Curry will do. Oh, interesting defense there from Ash2. All the way on the inside. Clips Curry knows there is more grip on the outside, but he's ahead going into turn 1. That's a bit of a bad line. Merc's past Reska. No, wheel by wheel actually into turn 1. Merc has the inside line. Does he have a car's length in front? Yes, Reska is fully behind Merc, so he backs out. Now Merc's on the hunt for Sydney for P3. You see the leaders there, right in front of our cameras. Start Sydney going a little bit wide. Might have been. Bruce here. And Jovi going wheel by wheel. Into turn 4 and 5. Bruce has the outside line and he's past, but will he keep it on track? No, he won't. Contact behind him. Jovi's been spun around again with massive Marshall. Once again, Jovi's been going around and he's retired. He's given up. Or he has terrible damage, but that seems unlikely. His car is still moving on the track. More with Sydney now. Chasing P1 and 2 as Clips Curry. 3-second time penalty. Or multiple warnings of corner cutting. That could cost him the race. So he's not the only one with penalties, he's the only one with a penalty in the top 9. Yes, P10 also has a penalty. That could be game changer. Actually, will trying to take the lead into turn 1 there. Is he a cause there? Yes, he is, but Clips Curry. Oh, I thought he was going down the inside for turn 2. But he will stay back. He knows there's plenty of opportunities and but he also has that penalty, so he might just stop fighting, not taking any risk of getting into a collision with other drivers. Ashton goes a little bit wide though, a little bit slow. Klipsky will actually take advantage of down the outside. Sydney is also trying to go down the outside of the exit of turn 8. Mertens is right behind them, looking to gain a few places as he is trying to go alongside. Is that down the inside? So Sydney has to back out. Ashton is too far away. Sydney defending from Mercury beautifully, not letting him go past. Mert's looking down the inside of Sydney, down into turn 16. Could have gone for a dummy. Mert has a better exit than Sydney though. Dummy might have worked as they both have DRS. They all have DRS, top 3 here. Oh sorry, 2, 3 and 4. Ashton will go for the lead. Mert goes down the inside of Reska. For P3, Reska is fighting back. There's way more, sorry, Sydney, not Reska. I do apologize. There's way more grip on the outside, but it's still not enough to fight back. So Ashton into P10 again. Klipsky into P2. With that penalty, that is so crucial. Mert into P3 and then Sydney. Reska trading with 4.4 seconds. Ooh, bit of smoke there. I don't know who it was. Might have been Mert or Klipsky. Either one has made a mistake there as Mert took a separate line to either defend or overtake. I'm not sure. Ooh, every driver taking a different line into turn 8, 7, 8, 9. It's quite interesting to see because well, none of them are really gaining crucial time because they're still in the same place. That Mert down the inside, yes it is, he's looking, he's putting his nose there, which will cost him time. Sydney's trying to take advantage of that into turn 14. A bit packed here. On the main straight now, they all have DRS. Position 2, 3 and 4 all have DRS, but has actually made big enough a gap to ignore that DRS effect. It looks like Mert has better top speed than Klipsky as he goes around the outside of turn 1. Sydney's trying to take advantage of that and also goes down the inside of Klipsky into turn 2. And he's been spun round. Klipsky and Sydney make contact. Sydney has been spun round and Reska's passed him. Very wobbly. Rejoining the track, there's Jack that's passed him barely. And Merck's now chasing the leader Ashton for another dominant win. Merck's been starting. Sorry, not been starting. Merck whoa. Merck got track limits in one-shot qualifying, is what I tried to say. He started around P11 and goes down the inside for the lead into turn 10. I don't know if it worked. He's ahead in the standings, but the camera doesn't show anything. They're wheel by wheel going into turn 12 now. He has taken the lead. Merck once again starting from P13 all the way into P1 again. Phenomenal drive. Absolutely phenomenal. Sydney trying to salvage whatever he can after being spun around either by himself or Klipsky. I am not sure. I am not a steward. The arrows will open on the straight. And he flies past. Louis takes advantage of that as well with the DRS into P6. Ooh. Kent's in the pits. He's gotten a 10-second time penalty for speeding, however, not ideal. Let's see why. Does he have damage? Yes, he has. Could go for the fastest lap. Not sure which styles are going on there. I don't know anything about Formula 2 strategies. Seems like they're the same tires it was on before. Three tenths behind Ashton is Klipskiri with that penalty. You will still try and take that ego prize of finishing ahead on track. Louis and Sydney going wheel to wheel. Louis is having a great second half of this race so far. Making a lot of gains here. Into P5 he goes. Lipski will be looking to get past Ashtube for P2 on the straight. 310 separate them, the rear flap opens up. Ashtube will defend the inside. Lipski will have to choose the outside and is already ahead going into turn 1 before the braking zone. Easy overtake there. And Sydney will retake that place of Louis with DRS into turn 1 as well. Yellow flag. Yellow flag. Is that Jack? It is Jack. Gravel on his tires. Spun around exit turn 6. Is that? Ooh, he's lost an end plate there, it looks like. No. Is it? Let's see. Very well, stay on him. There he comes. Is that a missing end plate there on the left side? I think it is. Must be in contact with someone else then. Quite strange actually, you can see them fighting. Yeah, him fighting with him. So we enter the last lap. Mark leading with 2.5 seconds. Started from P13. Once again, he is leading this race. He's done the same at Silverstone last week. Suddenly came all the way at the back into P1. And he's also leading the championship with 6 points, 5 points. Not sure. As it stands, he will extend his championship lead by somewhat. Kent with another penalty. Let's see how the penalties are after this race finishes. Ruddo, it's passed because they're there on the final lap. A massive Marshall gets passed. Jack, there's a bit of a Reshka getting past Ashley. That is interesting. It's the final lap. I did not see this happening at all. All the times were a second apart. Ashley must have made a mistake. As she's lost 2 positions. Anyways, Mert will come across the line as P1, starting in P13. Calm and composed victory. Behind him, Klipskiri with that penalty finishes in P2. It will be Reshka in P3. Who's cross line Sydney in P4 also has a penalty, will drop down to 6. Unofficial results: Mert, Klipskiri, Reshka, Louis, Ashton, Sydney, Osterven, Nigel, Gash, Make, Marshall, Bruce. Whoa, penalties there seem to have a big difference. because not everyone was finished yet. We do have confirmation from the driver himself, Ashley, received a penalty. She got in. Okay. Actually received a puncture. I don't know if that's correct English, but you do understand what I'm trying to say. So actually, the only driver that have gotten the puncture, the rest is saying he was really watching his tires to avoid getting a puncture. Just really managed to finish on 78%, means in puncture range, but didn't get a puncture. So Merckx on the podium there. Full British podium. Don't know if this is. Don't think it is. Something is going on, I believe. Take a look. At the driver's chat here. Some people have lagged out, but it's a break anyway, I believe. So, what we do know, each race longer than the previous race, and we'll have the original one-shot qualifying grid, no reverse action here. So it will be Sydney on pole. Just getting pole by 1.1 seconds. One-shot qualifying. Right. I'm just waiting here for the formation up, which will be now. Sydney's not driving off there. As you can see on the left side of your screens, this will be the starting grid. Virginia one-shot qualifying. They will start this race as first, but he's not leading the formation up. And it will be the first car to line up. There are all the others, scrambling for their place. Funny sight to see. The last car there has arrived. It's the 3rd of December 2024 for the feature race here. 5 lights and clutch out and go. It's a driver penalty for Ashton, who's ran into the back of Nitrogas from the start. Sydney will lead into turn 1. No one is really trying to make a move here. It is Ryu, and this is the first timer. Ashton has been disqualified. I do not know why. Ashton's been disqualified. That's very interesting sight to see anyway. Sydney leads Clips, Kerry leads Ruddo, leads Kent, leads Nitrogas, leads Rutschka. Then comes Massive Marshall, Osborne, Snake, Joey, Bruce, Jack, Louis, and Murph, and Keza. Nitrogas and Rutschka going wheel by wheel into turn 7. See that a bit far away, it's the silver car who's ahead, but it's also the blue car still fighting. Reshka will go down the inside of turn 10. Yellow flag, is that GOP again? Yes, it was. Louis and Keza. A lot of battles going on at the moment. On board with Murph, the championship leader. Right behind Jack, shoot the outside line. It's the Jack with 20 big damage. Yes, Jack's lost an end plate as Louis goes down the inside. Yellow flag. Ooh. Right at the apex there is Reska. Reska's been spun around once again. That is not Reska. It's actually his teammate. Shift 2, please work. There we go. There is Reska. I was a bit confused there for a moment. He is. Probably. It was definitely him. Just do a V in the pits. Or a tire change to the softs. Does he have a penalty? Driving. But strange. What's happening? Merton to P6. He must have taken a massive advantage of all the chaos in front of him. As he's trying to get past Nitrogas, he goes a bit wide into turn 7. And they're wheel by wheel. Going into turn 10 now, Merck's been forced to back out as Nitrogas has the better line to keep that place. Sooner or later, Merck will get past as he's just face of this planet. Kent chasing Ruddo for P3. It's a complete switch up of people who are fighting for the biggest points except top 2 here. Of course with that different grid than sprint race. Keza in the pits. Merc down the inside of turn 1 for Nitrogas. Can't make that move complete as he's outside of turn 2. Will he make it stick? Yes he will. Yes he will. Into P5. Merc with a beautiful overtake. Going into turn 2. Snake's trying to take advantage of Nitrogas losing out. As he goes down the inside of turn 6, the slowest corner on the circuit. As Merc gets past Kent as well, right in front of him. Yellow flag, that is Jack's been spun around. But Ruddo and Merc fighting right in front of Snake, who has front row seat for that. Yellow flag still for Jack. Beautiful wheel to be racing in these Formula 2 spec cars. Ooh, Snake on the inside of Merc. They do make contact twice, but Snake's in front of Merc. So Merc was going offline, choosing a slower line to try and get in front of Ruddo, but failed. And Louis down the inside of Nitrogas into turn 16. Wheel to wheel. Someone is in the pits already. That's lap 4, and that is Ruddo. Ruddo to the pits. Merc and Snake both have DRS. It will be Snake down the inside of turn 1 of Merc, who is forced a long way around, makes it stick, and will have the inside line going into turn 2. So he will keep that P4. He's chasing Kent. Did overtake already, but he's been put back into P4 by great defense and counter attack. So both Ruddo and Jack into the pits. Those are teammates, so yeah, Jack had to wait a little bit. But that's interesting. He's trying to go switch to SOS, but his whole front of the car is missing. Ooh, I never knew how a pit stop went in the F2 when they had to change the wing. Because they are allowed so little people. Well, I just saw how it is done in a virtual Formula 1 game. It's quite interesting. So then, Sydney leads with 4 seconds to Clips Curie. Then with another 7 seconds behind Clips Curie, Kent. Right behind them are all of these drivers. Merc with DRS goes past Kent. So Mercy can gain around a second lap on him as everybody's scrambling for position here. Louis and Kent. Kent's the big loser here. Loser on positions. Losing out from P3 to P6 within 1 sector of a lap. You take a quick sip of water, guys. Stay hydrated. Which I desperately can't have a fast lap. There's Kent though with a big moment of oversteer. Nitrogas will get past him. No, Kent sends it very, very deep. Nitrogas will get the switch back. So they're wheel to wheel now going into turn 7. There's my sip of water. Kent will stay ahead, but there's another big moment of oversteer. Nitrogas forced around, but Kent understeer into Nitrogas. I don't know what that was. But pick a moment. You can decide what you make of that. As Kent picks up a penalty now as well, that will not help him at all. So then, Louis is chasing Snake. Nitrogas and Kent once more. Kent's going slowly. Kent is going slowly because he has a puncture. 10-second penalty screen in the pits. Oh, he's retired. Thought he might have a puncture for going that slowly, but 6 laps in the race, a puncture would be quite rare, but that would make sense for a lot of things. Guys, that's also winning this race. Teammates retiring on the both lap by themselves. On the same lap, on the both lap. Need to work on my English. Snake and Nitrogas, very, very close to each other. Only 3/10 separate them at the moment, as they will come around turn 16 onto the main straight. Snake will have DRS, Snake will have DRS on Louis. Louis will not have DRS to Merc, as he is 3 seconds ahead of them. So it'll be an easy path for Snake. Into P4 he goes. This is the only 2 drivers that are somewhat close to each other. The rest is separated by at least a 9/10. We will get on the main straight. We're just trying to go into turn 16. No, you'll stop right behind him. And there goes Louis into P4. Slot right in front of Snake, who will definitely try and get that back. Sydney actually has a penalty. Let's take a look at the 2 penalties, as Bruce has one as well. Let's quickly see. 3 seconds and 10 seconds. So Sydney will still have a comfortable lead. Joby into the pits gets a 10-second time penalty as well. Bruce is serving his 10 seconds. You see Joby red items a way quicker stop, of course. Merck then has catched up the clips Kirby. 2-second gap it was before last time I checked. Now it's only 3/10, and he didn't seem to have lost a lot of time to Sydney. So either Sydney and Clips Kirby have made a mistake. Yellow flag, turn 1. What is that? You have to watch out, have to overtake before the yellow flags, which he will. Merck into P2. Snake is also into the pits. Who's that yellow flag? Is that a... Someone's getting lapped here. As he does make way for Merck. Yellow flag in front of him. Ooh, that's GOV. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oops. Ooh, middle of the track that. That is not very safe. She is out of the racing line now, but that was quite dangerous. Joby seems to be driving again, so but his state of... Yeah, he did retire. Bit strange. Thought he might have crashed out of this race. Didn't seem so, seems to just quit on the track. In 4 races he's done that. Joby, time on track in all 4 of the Formula 2 races we've had so far. Louis and Ostvan into the pits, all to soft tire. As he comes out of the pits in P7. Merck's gap 6.6 seconds. We have seen him close that big of a gap before. It would not surprise me at all if he does it again. To be completely honest. Lou and Austin both have just fitted to fresh new socks. They'll be setting quicker lap times. Sydney into the pits. Be quite interested to see where he comes out. So quick look at that. Merck as well, right behind him. Klipsker will take the lead as Merck and Sydney have both done a pit stop here. also into the pits, Nitro Crash, so it will be Luxury and Breshka, P1 and P2. Sydney is there exiting the pit lane. Behind him in the pit lane, you still see Merck crawling out with only 60 kilometers per hour. Seconds now, 6.0. Merck's actually driving on rails, as it seems like. Clips Courage in the pits, that is interesting to see where he will come out. And his teammates also in the pit, so it is a double stop here for whatever this team is. I do not know the names. Sydney will retake the lead. Sydney also has a 3-second time penalty, I completely forgot about that. Will be a slow stop for Veshka. Pit crew was not ready for a double stop. He's 7-man crew there. So, virtually, Merck is 6.2 seconds away. If it finishes now, Merck's only 3.1 seconds away, so he only needs to gain 3 more seconds and he will win the future race. But it doesn't seem like he's closing that gap anymore, like it was before. Louis with the 3-second time penalty. That's also interesting. That will put him as it stands in P5. If this closing that gap, it won't be enough like this. Sydney with fast lap, let's see if Merck can contest that. 5.6 is the gap and he will beat that fast lap. Sydney, another 3-second time penalty. This changes the equation massively. Merck is technically in the lead of this race now. We take a look at the penalty. 6 seconds for Sydney. That means Merck will win this race as it stands, as the gap is 5.4. 3 seconds for Louis then. He will remain P4 as he's created a big enough gap to Snake. Not just 10 seconds, CP7. Yeah, that map should be correct. Reska 6 seconds. Also will be enough for the 10 and this 3 seconds for Marshall, which also will do nothing. We're only just looking at the front here. Sydney with 6 seconds and Louis with 3. Louis seems to be increasing that gap quick enough. So Merck will win the feature race as well. Quite a disappointment here. Would have been quite close. That wasn't the case, but oh, Snake also 3 seconds then. So that is game over for Snake to get that P4. So just about a little bit more than 2 laps remaining. That's that penalty's way to play. The position change. Sydney started P1, still P1. Technically in P2. Merck started P13. Is P2. Technically P1. So Merck will have 2 drives both in the sprint and feature race, going from P13 to P1 as it stands. Clipscurry started P3, will end in P3 as it stands. Louis gained 8 positions to from P12 to P4. Great drive from him as well from Snake. Started in P14 into P5. Nitrogash started P6, still P6. Boston, small improvements with the penalties around him that might change. Started P9, is now into P7. So we've got a first negative position change here from Reska. Started P5, of course, was involved in an incident. Start of this race is now into P8. Rodo, starting all the way into P2, is now into P9. Disappointing drive from him. He'll not be happy with himself. Same bones for Marshall, Jack, and Bruce. See, can we see fastest lap? Is that an option? Fastest lap. Here's the fastest lap. From everyone, Merck has it by a little bit more than 6 tenths. A little bit less than 6 tenths, sorry. Sydney with another 3-second time penalty. That will put it in there. No doubt anymore. 9 seconds. There we go, 9 seconds and it's 3.5. So he's not done himself very good this race with the penalties. He'd be disappointed with himself, especially in the championship. Myrtle is already running away with it like this, and the gap is now within 3 seconds. I think Sydney has well just stop pushing. He's going very slowly actually. Sydney might just let Merck pass on track here. Yeah, or he's gotten a puncture. Well, it doesn't seem like that's the case. Ooh, he did go wide there. Does he have a puncture? No, I don't think so. Is it front left? No, no tie has a puncture. He's gonna let Merck pass, I assume, to take the victory here. It was still Merck with 3 seconds, so well, I could have spiced thing up. Anyways, it's Sydney. Merck will cross the line in first physically, and also will win by 6 seconds with this 9 seconds of penalty that Sydney has, or 3 seconds that Merck had at the end. Clipscurry will finish third year, Louis, 4th respectable drive. Nigel Gash as well, 10-second penalty. Which he didn't serve. We'll put him into P6. Oh no, it won't. Snake with 3 seconds as well. So Nigel has P5, Snake P6. Meshka P7. Ostven 8. That about wraps it up. Snake with a puncture. Oh yeah, front left is punctured. Last one to come across the line is Massive Marshall here in P10. That will wrap up the F2 round 2 session. Merck starting in P13 for both the sprint race and feature race, and takes P1 in both the sprint and feature race as well. Podium shortly. There he is for a second time on the top step today. Not a full British podium this time round, as Sydney was not P2. So that will be it for today. I hope to see you next week for that is not the right calendar. For yes, for Monza. Next week, 10th of December, Monza. After that will be Abu Dhabi as a season closer. So I hope to see you next week then for a nice session of Monza with these Formula 2 cars. We'll definitely have some great battles here. So